Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to create your own listings on Canva. So we're going to create listings that most people will not know how to create. We will use mockups and we will also focus on how to actually create listings that sell. Okay, so without any further ado, let's just get started. So first up, I'm going to show you how to create an easy version on Canva, and then I'm going to show you a more advanced version that we're going to use a different program than Canva. It's not going to be Photoshop, it's going to be free, but if somebody uses Photoshop, it's going to work as well. So first up, we're going to go to our Canva, create a file that's 2000 height in pixels, because this is the height that I've noticed is kind of working the best for me. And then we're gonna go back to Canva because I need a digital planner. So I'm gonna write digital planner and I'm just gonna use one of the templates. So you can choose whichever. I'm gonna use this one. And then this is not a video to create the digital planner. I have videos like that that I made before, but I'm just gonna use this one. And I'm just gonna change the color. So I'm gonna make it pink, maybe a little lighter, and also change these. Also, I don't have to, but I want to, so that's why. And here it is, it's all pink. And now I can either download it, so I could download the image as a PNG or a JPEG. PNG I prefer usually. Usually PNG has a little bit more quality to it, but JPEG is fine as well. And then I can or you can just make a screenshot. After that, I go to my Canva file, I just add that image. And once the image is uploaded, I can start creating my look. So I have my planner here, and then I'm gonna add some background to it. So in this case, it's how it is. This is gonna be. So this is a little darker. This is lighter. Kind of creates a feeling of a shadow, and I will also add some shadow to it. So the way you do this, you just go to elements and you just type in shadow, and you have a lot of shadow options that you could add to your planner. I also like to go to photos and then just add from here some shadows. Sometimes it's nice to just try multiple ones. Usually if I like multiple ones, I just duplicate the file and choose later, because the way I see it is that it's hard for me to choose when I look at it like that. I like to click here to grid view and then kind of look from further away and see, okay, this is what I like more. Let's say I like this one more. So then I just delete this page and keep this one as my main one. Another thing I like to add personally is I go to shadow and I go to graphics, and I like to add a little bit of a shadow at the end of the file, so like this, and I will reduce the transparency so it's not as harsh. So here it looks like it's up on the page, and I will create one more, and I'm deleting this. I'm just seeing if that's enough for me. Maybe that's all I need. So I do like a minimalist look, so that's fine. Now we're gonna type in Apple Pencil. So if this was free, the Apple Pencil is usually not. You can look at multiple ones, but they are all pro version, and that's kind of annoying. But I like to go to photos because then they're more realistic, like this one in particular, these two. So it has like a little bit of a shadow, and then I would just turn it like that, and I would have my Apple Pencil here. So this is a pain because it is you need a pro version. However, you could try to find something here and remove the background and stuff like that. I'm just not gonna do that, but yeah, you need a pro version on Canva for this, but you don't have to use an Apple Pencil. Anyways, I can use an iPad. An iPad is free. So there's some that are paid, this one is not. I can go to graphics. I like to go to graphics for iPad because then I can use transparent inside. So then, if this image was above, it will still look fine. but the corners aren't round, and I noticed that, and I want them to be round. So this is very nitpicky. And then this one I'm gonna bring to front. So you can use position or you can use shortcuts, and that's basically it. So this would be your first image. This is kind of the basic one. You could also make it a little darker, see how you like that. I would also make it a little lighter and see if I like it lighter. I don't. So for me, I think this one or this one is kind of the winners. And also I like to just color pick a darker spot and see if that matches and that looks good. So it's kind of like at this point it's playing around and seeing what works best. And I don't know if you noticed, but the shadow is not visible, so I will just turn it a little bit darker and lower. And here I have my look. Now another thing that people really like on Etsy is to kind of highlight the best features. So I'm gonna just add a circle, and I'm gonna use either a very dark color or a very light color. So here we really want it to stand out. For me, the dark color seems like the correct choice. It looks like it's standing out more. Also make sure that these parts are not crowded. I mean, when you have a listing, for example, here, you see that it's not a square, it's a rectangle, so the top part might not show, but once you click on it, you can actually have it as a rectangle, and that's why I like it to do it as a rectangle. But you have to make sure that this part you kind of keep free of things, so that, you know, once you upload, it's not cut. Anyways, here I have a circle. I like to add shadow to the circle to kind of make it pop. And we're just gonna add this one. I'm gonna add it there, and I'm gonna reduce the transparency, put it at the back, and that's basically it. Another way would be to create maybe something like this, like a little more crazy. And we can change the color of this, so we can make it white, you know, whichever. I don't really like it. I like the shadow more, but it's personal preference at this point. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some text. So I'm gonna type in T for text, and then I'm gonna write, let's say I have 10,000 plus reviews. I wish, but you know, maybe one day. And then I'm gonna make it white, and I'm gonna expand it, make it bigger. So like this, make it bold. And I like to add a neon effect, so it's even more popping. So we have this, we have this, we have this. And on top of that, I'm gonna add stars, so people know immediately what it is. So I'm just gonna type in star, and I'm gonna add them in white color. I'm gonna move them here. I'm just gonna move them here like that. So I'm not worrying about where they're going. I just need to make sure they're 5. Then I choose all of them, and then I just click position and let me move them myself. Choose horizontally and choose, if it's not, choose middles to make sure that it's in the middle. So I have my stars, and we'll make them a little, no, not big, that's fine. Okay, so here I have my main thing. I don't need to write text, it's obvious what this is. I also like to group them, so I would just select all of them and group. And then once I group them, I can move them around more easily. And I can make this text a little bigger, this number. So here, and I can also color them. But the problem with this is that you have to select each individual star to color it, even if it's grouped. I don't know why that is on Canva, but it is what it is. You just have to do it. So here it would be something like this. I like white, but it's, again, personal preference. And you can add more stuff. You can write more, but it's like you could write, for example, client reviews. So I'm going to do that. Happy customers, and then I'm going to remove the effect, and I'm going to make it smaller. And here it is. So make sure that the text isn't too small because nobody's going to be able to read it. So try to make it as big as you possibly can. And I think that's how I'm going to leave it. Maybe this one now needs to be bigger. I don't know if I like the effect. But the problem now is that they all are the same. So the colors are the same and nothing stands out. So in this case, because this is the most important, I would maybe choose it to do it in pink or something to make it a little bit different than the rest. So this is the first version. This is one of the ways you could do it. People also like to add some, text. They also like to add this, and like a lot of times they add specific numbers, which I think is great. And I think for planners especially, it's important to say how many pages they have on the thing. So this is the first listing photo. Let's get into the second part of the video, which is a more advanced version of this. And what we're gonna do is we would go to free pick and we would just write mockup, maybe iPad mockup. And then once I have my iPad mockup and the one I like, I will choose it. So for me, I would probably download multiple ones. I would download this one. I like this one, and just kind of, choose the one you like. And then we're gonna go to Photopea, and I'm gonna turn this. I'm gonna just type it like that, and then here we can add open from computer. And I'm going to go to my downloads and I'm going to choose this minimalist mockup that has a PSD. And I'm going to click open. So you could either use Photoshop at this point or you could use this app. So what we're going to do is I'm going to add a smartphone. So I click twice and then I add the image that I made, so my daily planner. The problem with this is, as you can see, the size. So ideally you should just make it on Canva, this whole image for that size. But anyways, I'll just save it. So I'm going to save smart object. And then after I saved it, I will go back to the first file, and here it is. My planner is already here. And then I do the same for the tablet. I click twice and then I add the image over here, and I can, resize it. So again, make this image in the correct format if you want it to be easier for you. The correct size. So if it's rectangular, don't make it vertical like I did. And then you just save it again. And once you save it on this, you just go back to this and it's already gonna appear here. So as you can see, this is a little bit more advanced, has more to offer. You can also go to the shadows and add the shadows, remove the smartphone, remove the tablet and stuff like that, change the background color. So what I would do is I would have this part and then I'm gonna click file and I'm gonna export as PNG. And if you are more comfortable on Canva, that's all you need to know. So you would just add this PNG, quality 100, save. Now that it's downloaded, I can go back to Canva and I can add it here, and it's just going to be easy for me to change and switch up in multiple designs. So for example, something like this. If I don't like the shadows, again, I can remove it in Photopea. Let's say, where is the shadow? I can remove it. Also, what I like to do is I like to download specific elements. So I would download this shadow, for example. Let's see, which one do I like? Okay. So I'm gonna click here and I'm gonna click File, Export as PNG. And then I just download specific elements that I need. That will make my design look a little different than everyone else's. So here it is. I can also download the iPad individually and stuff like that. So now I have the shadow. I can make it bigger, smaller, not depending on my iPad. So let me just delete this iPad so you can see better. So let's say I can just add this to my pre-made design and kind of add a little bit of spark to it. Another way is to go to this website here and you can just place it. So you would just upload an image, and I'm gonna choose recently. Okay, I didn't upload anything. I'm gonna choose upload from device, and I'm gonna choose recent, and I'm gonna use the screenshot. So I uploaded here. I can choose how much I want to crop it. So I'm gonna click crop, and here I have it over here on my mockup. So it is really nice. It's a lot easier than going to Photopea, but Photopea has more for you to kind of add and change and stuff like that. I hope that this is useful. If you would like me to create more videos like that, let me know in the comments. And also, if you have any specific questions, I would love to hear them. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next tutorial. I would also like to add an additional tip for you, which is to add a really good offer at the very end. So for example, if you have multiple listings and multiple products, you could create a bundle for them and advertise it in your top listing.